what I found was within 1 to 2 hours of eating this burger, the most common symptoms I could find were nausea, stomach pain and discomfort, vomiting. Hi everybody, it's Dr. Group at Global Healing Center, and thank you so much for posting all these incredible, great questions that many people want to know about how to improve their health. What is the Impossible Burger? Now, I don't know if you've heard about the Impossible Burger in the news, if you've seen it at some natural restaurants, but you might have seen on the news lately since Burger King announced they were doing a meatless Whopper. Now, the Impossible Burger has been around for a while. It was actually introduced in 2016, and it's being touted as a burger that looks, tastes, feels just like a regular hamburger, a meat burger, but it's a totally plant-based burger. It's supposed to be exactly the same. The red blood, fake blood leaks out of it, and it sizzles on the grill, which in theory would be great if you could do a plant-based replacement, because I think that would be really good and healthy for people. However, even though the theory sounds good, this new alternative that's supposed to be a meat replacement for vegans and vegetarians is not really standing up to the quality that I would say would be considered something that's healthy. The Impossible Burger is made using a genetically modified protein from soy. Now, I took this from their website where it says the DNA from soy is used and then inserted into genetically modified yeast to produce more of that plant-based heme. Now, when you talk about heme, it's like blood, right? It's like the redness in the burger, or when you cut a steak and the blood leaks out. So what they were trying to do is genetically modify a plant-based burger to where you cut into it and you can have rare, medium rare, and actually the blood leaks out of it, except it's not blood. It's actually a genetically modified compound from soy called heme. So looking at the ingredients in the Impossible Burger, the ingredients are water, which we don't know if that was how purified that water was, if it's a tap water or a deionized water. It's got textured wheat protein, which is gluten. It's got coconut oil, which I could not find if they were using certified organic, most likely not. It's got potato protein, which could be genetically modified. It's got natural flavors, which to me is nothing more than a glorified name for MSG. And 2% or less of leg hemoglobin. That's what they're calling that heme molecule that they made to make it look and feel like the blood coming out. It's called leg hemoglobin, which is soy. Yeast extract, salt, which is probably white, salt, which is damaging. Konjac gum, xanthan gum, soy protein isolate. I should probably do a video on how dangerous that is as well. Vitamin E, but it doesn't specify if it's synthetic E or if it's a natural form of E. I'm guessing it's probably a synthetic D-alpha tocopherol, something like that. Vitamin C, thiamine B1, zinc, niacin, vitamin B6, riboflavin B2, and vitamin B12, which I'm probably assuming that the B12 is a cyanocobalamin. The fact that it has genetically modified things in it, the fact that all the ingredients, I really can't find one ingredient in the whole thing that actually is good. Maybe the vitamin E if it's a natural form, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not. So I'm looking at basically a whole list of toxic ingredients that is very scary. And the fact that it's called the Impossible Burger, I would say that it is probably impossible for you to have good health if you eat this burger. Another thing is that Impossible Foods submitted this meat substitute for FDA review back in 2014, but the FDA had concerns that its key ingredient, the soy leg hemoglobin, might cause allergies and other adverse effects. But we also know the FDA approves all kinds of pharmaceuticals and all kinds of chemicals that are extremely damaging and dangerous to the body. And if you keep up with their social media accounts, then you may know that the burger was actually given approval last year and is generally safe for humans to eat based on a single rat study. That is disturbing. And put together a list of some of the reactions that have been reported. And you're welcome to go online, just type in Impossible Burger reactions, Impossible Burger side effects. And usually what I found was within 1 to 2 hours of eating this burger, the most common symptoms I could find were nausea, stomach pain and discomfort, vomiting, turning red, facial flushing, that could be because of the niacin that's in there, heart palpitations, stress, anxiety, feeling gassy, and diarrhea. Those were some of the things that I found that I wanted to point out and for people to be aware of, because there are organic restaurants, plant-based restaurants out there that are selling this. And I just think that you should be aware of what you're putting in your body.